For the sound check, it's all right. Hi everyone, I'm Triana here at Trianasaurusrex, and it's my first video back. I'm not sure how emotional or how long this video will be because it's been so long for me. I'm gonna do my best though to not, and I need to pop my hip here. I'm going to try not to edit too much because of the goals that I have in mind now that I'm going to be producing content regularly here again. So the purpose of this video is to go over why I've been gone, why that was never the intention, and what I'm going to do now with my content now that I'm back. So hopefully this video won't be too long, but at the same time I know YouTube is very different now and that the longer format is more appreciated than it used to be. Back in 2013, when I did created most of my content, the shorter the video, the better. And comedy sketches were still very popular. And it was the perfect way for me to get out there into the world as a creator, as someone who used getting in front of the camera as a way to get more comfortable with seeing themselves and get more comfortable with being publicly ridiculed and celebrated, anything that was possible. And it was a wonderful thing for me for a very long time. If you've been around with me for a long time and you still consider yourself to be a gremlin, car distracted me. It's okay. If you've been around with me forever, you know that I used to produce content all the time, and a lot of it was comedy based. But now I want to show you more. I want to show you guys more of who I am. Oh, that's right. I remember what I was saying. Anyway, so I was, back in 2013, I was doing a lot of creating. I was doing creating every week, and I loved it. Even though it burned me out sometimes, I loved it. But in 2014, the beginning of it, I and the rest of my family, we lost my mother to mental illness, and a lot of scary things happened. And what I understood of the world completely changed. By the way, I'm recording on an iPad, so I have the double audio. A lot of everything that I knew changed. And I had to... I'm sorry, the wind is crazy today, of course. I had to re-understand what my world meant. And I didn't know what it meant for a long time. Because one of my best friends experienced such a horrible downward spiral, and it was so sad to watch. And I didn't know how to carry on after that. In addition, and I'm really summarizing a lot here, as we make more content and as I, in an intermittent fashion, talk about more of these things from the past, I'll let you guys know more. But after all of that change, a new change happened that completely change my life again. I still sustained YouTube during this, but it became harder. So I tried to run a fundraiser to try to continue because my computer wasn't working and I didn't raise the money I needed to. And everything was so difficult for me at the time that I needed to go away from it. And that was one of the most heartbreaking things for me to do, because the work that I did on here meant more to me than I would ever honestly admit. But anyway, and then the pandemic happened. I think that made everyone's plans, it delayed everyone's plans. So after all of that, I've moved a bunch of times. I'm still trying to leave the country because one of my main goals is to move and live in Germany. I'm trying to do that, of course, but I'm still in the United States for now. And in my life, I want to create content, but I want to be more honest. In the past, I was focused on comedy, firstly because it was such a popular genre. Secondly, because they were really fun to make. Thirdly, though, because I was afraid of showing more sides of myself. I was afraid of showing the rainbow of emotions instead of just comedy. And also I made myself the joke to deflect things that I really felt. So now I want to do, I sure want to do comedy, but I need to do everything else as well. Like music videos and short films and educational videos. One thing that you guys may not know about me is that I am very passionate about nutrition, LGBT rights, general human rights, really, naturalism, veganism. And these are things I want to talk about as well. Not just talk about, but educate to the best of my ability. I love teaching people. I have been teaching English lately. I also would love to teach in the future, once I get better, the German language. I consider myself pretty fluent now, but I would want to be just a little bit more fluent before I teach it. And things like that. If you remember me, I really missed you guys, and I didn't want to be far away from this or disconnected from this as I have been for so long. But life got really hard, and now it's a lot better, and it's going to continue doing that and being so. Hair in my mouth. Anyway, in conclusion, I'm going to finally show the world who I am, instead of just a very small aspect. And for those who want to connect to things like that, I highly suggest subscribing to my channel. I don't think I'll be able to do Fridays every week, but I want to be regular, and I want to be interactive and active, and I'm really surprised I haven't cried during this. I don't know how, because I've cried a lot about not being here, and maybe it's something about recording and articulating myself, and I don't know, but it's a little easier than I expected. I'm aiming for 2, maybe 3 videos a month, and we'll go from there. I want to show you guys how much I love music and creating it, and I'm going to be creating my own original music as well. Just a lot of plans. I realize this video isn't very planned, but that's ironic. I have a lot of plans in the future. This video wasn't planned, but I have many plans in the future. And I'm eager and excited to share the things I have to share. Anyway, that's it for now. Not as emotional as I expected. Kind of disorganized, but not as disorganized as it could have been. And I hope I will see you guys soon with my next video. I haven't decided what kind of video it's going to be yet. But stay tuned. It's so good to be back. I really miss this and you guys. Bye. Also, just because it's a little fun, I decided to squat. And check out this view. No, I'm doing a few tests and I'm just excited to shoot extra. But anyway, I really am excited to make videos regularly again. Hit the notification bell so you get notifications every time I post. And I want to be more interactive on the community too. So in the comments, write whatever you want, including any questions you may have for me. And if there's enough, I'll answer them in a video really, really soon.